What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 1 of season 1 of Lazarus. We'll be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've had a chance to watch this episode. And we'll do a real quick recap. This episode was fairly straightforward, but this is our introductory episode to the show that is Lazarus. And so we find out that a doctor at one point had made a painkiller that is super popular in society called Hapna. And yeah, everybody takes it, and the dude disappeared at one point. He has come back and revealed that people are going to start dying from this drug unless somebody finds him within 30 days. And yeah, so we are introduced to the main character, I assume, Axel Gilberto, who is a prisoner, and he is being recruited by, I forgot her name, but she runs basically an organization called Lazarus. And yeah, he doesn't seem too interested in her offer to find Dr. Skinner, so he escapes jail. He just leaves prison, saying that he does this already. The rest of the episode is basically a huge chase sequence of the team of Lazarus chasing after him. I don't remember any of their names. We got a guy with a gun, some girl on a motorcycle, some kid who flies drones. There was a part in the episode where he was at school, and he said he was leaving school and might not come back because if everybody's going to die in 30 days, there's no point to go to school anymore. Right. And yeah, they chase after him. Huge parkour chase sequence for half the episode, in which they finally capture him by getting up close to him and shocking him. He wakes, and he is surrounded by everybody who's part of this team, and he has a bracelet on. Did they explain what that was? Not yet. And they basically say, this is Lazarus, welcome, and we'll find out more about it in the next episode. Yeah, a big chase scene filled episode. What do we think?
Yeah, so far, I like the premise. The art style, when we do see some 2D, because it is a blend of 2D and 3D animation, I enjoy it quite a bit. You can definitely tell who the director is at this point, because between the fight scenes and the action shots and stuff like that, alongside of just music constantly.
Style and music. Yeah, it definitely has his touch on it. Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, this is the same dude. I forgot his name, but
Watanabe.
Yeah, who did Cowboy Bebop and a bunch of other animes. So, legend in anime.
Yeah, it definitely has his name all over it when you're watching it. So that's pretty cool. The characters have pretty cool designs. Obviously, I haven't spent enough time with them to like fall in love with the characters themselves.
We don't know them,
especially because we mostly just got the pretty typical introduction in anime where we're like kind of given a person and then we're given their skill right off the bat type of thing, because we got to get the cool action part first, the hook, right?
Yep.
So, which they did a good job on. I think all the characters seem neat. I can't wait to hopefully flesh them out going forward. The music's fun. The intro was very like artsy, and I liked that a lot too.
The animation, the intro was great. It was like, I mean, the whole episode was great, but like that intro sequence was like animated really well, super smooth.
Yeah, it was a really good like immediate like in your face, here's some animation and like a bunch of cool like scenes and stuff like that while doing the narration of the invention of the drug and the scientists and stuff.
Very
like that.
stylized exposition.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then the main character, very, very acrobatic, loves flipping, lots of flipping.
Yeah, he's basically like a Trosser slash parkour practitioner slash capoeira slash like jujitsu guy.
Yeah,
like he's like a monkey, dude. He's like all over the place.
Endless
fucking
stamina.
Yeah,
like, it's
like I can go
crazy. But it made for some fun scenes. So, yeah, and then the world setting's kind of neat because it's modern-esque with very realistic, futuristic tones to it.
Yeah, they're using like drones.
Yeah, and like mirrors that turn into screens and stuff like that. Like it's very like realistic. Like we could do it now.
Not too far from what we got. Yeah.
So it's just very commonplace in this world. And then very very sci-fi looking cars, but
Yeah. Although the girl's driving a fairly normal looking motorcycle
That's
outside
true.
of the lights on it.
yeah. But overall, I think it was a really good first episode. It definitely was a good hook. You know, I know anime can be like a 1 or 3 episode deal where like you have to like let it either slow burn into the hook or they'll get you immediately. I do feel like this one had a pretty strong 1 episode hook. So
Yeah, I appreciate that it was like really straightforward and to the point. We find out what's happening, what they want from him, and that he doesn't want to do it, basically, and that he's really good at what he does. Very straightforward. A couple things that kind of stood out to me is the style of it. Definitely felt similar. The animation I thought was really good. Specifically, I've never seen parkour animated this way before. I was really into the chase sequence, even just watching his movement, the detail of how he's flipping around and grabbing and catting and tic-tacking and shit.
well, and the way they drew him on a 3D environment that was constantly moving too, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, he had like a lot of cool panning shots where he's like running and things are kind of like moving in a 3D way, but he's not. There's even a sequence in the prison when he was like running by and it showed like from like a bottom camera view of him passing by almost like in a wide angle with the guys chasing after him. That was just really fucking cool. Very cinematic looking, which I really dig. So yeah, the animation for the fight scenes as well, they looked awesome. I liked the creativity of how he's rolling over people and hooking his arm around them and like pulling them to the ground and stuff. So I'm really excited to see what future episodes when it comes to combat will look like, because this was definitely like kind of a hint at where it's going to go. So yeah, the animation's awesome, the imagination's awesome. I really liked the music. You had some stuff that felt very similar to what you'd expect from this director, but then like there was a part after the chasing had been going on for a while that had this cool like futuristic ambient kind of like dramatic music that was building that I really liked a lot. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, the character design's cool looking as well. As you said, we don't really know any of these characters. The most we know from any character now is Axel, and he definitely comes off very cocky and you know, he knows his own capabilities and stuff to his own detriment, I guess, as he allowed that chick just walk up and shock him. But yeah, the whole sequence of him like jumping and like grabbing the drone and flying down was really creative and gives us some insight on what he's willing to do to you know, get away. But yeah, the other characters look cool. Really interested to find out more about them now that we, I assume, are finding out who the team is going to be in this show, which kind of gives me a Suicide Squad feeling. Not like in the comedic aspect of it, but like the idea that he's reluctantly having to do something for somebody else. It's in other things too, but it just kind of reminds me of that. I mean that in the lightest way possible, because I'm not a big Suicide Squad fan. Yeah, and overall, simple premise. I like that it's a good starting point. Really curious to see where this leads and how it's going to build up to this Skinner guy and what his ambitions are. Really, I mean, he kind of vaguely said he's, you know, his why he's doing it, but you know, I want to know more about it, and what's going to be between him and them, because I don't know what they're going to run into. So overall, though, really good first episode. Definitely had a hook to it without any kind of like depth to the story, but can't expect that in the first episode. But stylistically, it was great to watch. So I really enjoyed every frame. So yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
I was going to just say too, the premise is a pretty dark one too, which is I kind of already knew from the synopsis early on, but they kind of like just kind of thinking about the idea of like, imagine if that was Tylenol, right? Like,
Yeah,
how many
basically
people have taken Tylenol. Like, it's crazy.
That was my first thought. I was like, man, everybody's taking that, huh? Because I was thinking of like, you know, Percocet or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, ibuprofen's a painkiller. And everyone has taken ibuprofen at some point.
Yeah.
It'd be very few people who like would have never taken that, and not enough people to keep the human race going. So, and I can only assume too, if you've had it in your system and you had a kid, they probably have it in their system as well. So,
yeah, it's a pretty crazy thought to have.
Yeah, definitely a wild thing.
Right, and I don't know if it's the ED or if it will be the opening going forward, because I know that's pretty common.
Oh, yeah.
But it also kind of plays with the idea of like, everyone's gone. It's just like kind of crazy looking. So, but it has a lot of good panning shots, which again, really interesting angles they pull off with it. It feels like there's a camera, which is crazy. So
Yeah, which I love. I love when anime tries to feel cinematic. I noticed a similar thing in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
A lot of the shots felt very movie-esque, which I really dig. But yeah, the outro, or might possibly be the intro. We don't know.
We'll see next episode.
In this episode, the outro, I thought the music was okay to got pretty good as a built up, and the visual, I think, could have been a little more interesting, but the impact of it was there. It's kind of creepy there. We're just like dead down this whole road. So, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, let us know in the comments what you guys think of this first episode of Lazarus. What were some of the biggest highlights for you? Maybe there's something in the episode that happened that we didn't talk about. Let us know in the comments. And where do you think things are going to go? This is an original anime, right? So I don't have to worry about people spoiling this. So yeah, where do you think things are going? What do you want from this? And yeah, general first impressions of this episode. Are you excited for the rest of the season? Let us know everything you think about in the comments below when it comes to Lazarus. I've been Seth, this has been Chevy. Stay tuned. We will have more reviews coming up for this show. We're also going to watch Shogun for the first time. We didn't watch it when it originally came out, so we're going to watch that. And we'll probably do a first episode review and feel if we want to do episodic reviews or just do a season review after that, considering that's like hour-long episodes. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And until then, we will talk to you guys later.